You want answers!
I want the truth!
You can't handle the truth!
And that's exactly why the truth won't be here tonight. I'll tell you why. Stuck with me. Pressure, skills, determination, urgency, and intimidation. That is what you expect from a Carlton side primed for finals, right? We got absolutely none of that at all against the Adelaide Crows on Saturday night. And I was thinking, man, what is the main reason for this display of footy? Like, I was so dumbfounded by this performance, man. And it really made me think about Brendan Bolton and David Teague's tenure as coaches. And towards the end of their seasons, the players absolutely packed it in. And they just given up on the year. And it was like they didn't give a fuck. And that was the vibe I was getting on Saturday night. Only a handful of players really, really wanted it. Adelaide wanted it way more than us. And they're near the bottom of the ladder. So that was disappointing. But I narrowed it down to mental trauma, man, from those past few years where we have not won very many games in the season. That's the vibe I got. It was like, well, put it this way, we have not won. The Carlton Blue Baggers, the Blues, we have not won at Adelaide Oval. Ever. So, man, it's just like the players didn't believe they could win. That's what it felt like. There was a vibe I was getting. The energy wasn't there. And it was almost like they just gave up, in a sense. I don't know what happened, man. But that's what I can put it down to. And we've copped some beltings at this Oval. So the trauma is there. Mental relapse. It was like a relapse, man. But the amount of crazy things I saw in this game that was just so uncharacteristic of the Blues. The amount of times we conceded easy goals, man, it was just crazy. Turnover, clanger kicks, just baby amateur errors, man. Missed tackles, which I'll show you guys soon. I don't know, man. It drove me fucking nuts. I was fuming. I was absolutely fucking steaming at this performance because of what it meant, man, and what it's going to mean. We're in big fucking danger of missing finals, and we'll get to that. But man, the last quarter was the most frustrating out of everything. The umpires were actually on our side, maybe for the first 3 quarters. The last quarter, they fucking completely fucked us. But that's not the reason for any of the result or the performance or anything like that. But in the last quarter, man, I have to show you guys some stuff. There was just some crazy things. There was 3 things that I want to show you guys. I'll show you guys right now the first one. This is where the first quarter, even though we were leading at quarter time, you could just tell something was off. And the second quarter begun, and we just couldn't get going, and shit like this was happening. Watch this. This is Plowman.
By Plowman. About to send it back. Takes them on and turned it over. Danger now again for the Blues. The long launch, there's no one home. Race on, Miller. Young got there. Fed it back, Miller. Awesome display. Made the effort to get there. Caused some chaos. Keep it in the area. Schomburg. Big hit with shoulder McHenry. Himmelberg. Schomburg. Open goal square. Keys. By Plowman.
That kind of shit was happening all game. In the last quarter, it was still a close game. We were playing shithouse. And we were still within 10 points, I think it was. Like a couple of goals. Here is the McGovern error in the last quarter. Very early in the last quarter. Cottrell had just kicked a goal. There's the Cottrell goal.
To make it a 2-kick game with an eternity left.
And then this happened.
2 goals in the lead. McGovern Bit off more than it could chew. McAdam feeds it back. Open space. Keys needs some poise. Handball over the top. Walker. All part of
Cottrell kicked another goal to narrow the lead. And then this happened. This was the one that absolutely got me off my chair, man. And I wanted to break things in my house. Check this out.
Cottrell out the back, spare, plays on, goals. There's 2 kicks in it.
Back to two kick game. And then this happens.
Keys, a look-away kick.
Lazy mark there.
McHenry, Walker, spent it before it earned it. Sard comes up with it. Wobbles one over the head of Fisher. Goes back. Millerer, 50 from goal. Keys. Fogarty brushes them aside. Takes on Chera. Takes the lot of them on. Cottrell out the back, spare.
That one really pissed me off. Shit like that was happening all game, man. And you know what? When shit like that happens, you don't deserve to win. Simple as that. But man, like I said, Lewis Young had a shocker. Harry Mackay has had a shocker, and he's low on confidence. I don't know what the fuck is going on with him, if he's carrying an injury or not. He's just not being himself. There was just major gaps in the back line, man. I don't know what was going on back there, but they kept getting behind our defence, and they were running into open goals. Like, the amount of open goals that they scored, easy goals with no one around them, man. They just strolled in. It was, I can't remember how many it was. It was seriously like nearly every goal. And that drove me fucking nuts. I don't know what was going on tactically there. Even in the first quarter, they kicked a goal after the siren, which fried my fucking life as well. They just tactically ripped us on the counter, storming forward with numbers. And like I said, man, they had so much space to run into. Something tactically wasn't going, or structurally wasn't going right there. Even before the game, man, the lead up to the game, Voss dropped Jack Silvani, JSOS. I don't know why, man. This guy tries his fucking heart out every week. So it was absolutely baffling to me why he was dropped. And all Carlton supporters know that Sauce literally gives 110% every single week. He might fuck up a couple of times here and there, but man, he is so important. I think he's in our best 22. I don't give a fuck what anyone says. And I think that sent negative shockwaves, man, through the club and the fans in the build-up to this. And that may be Voss's biggest selection mistake of the season, in my opinion. But it certainly didn't hinder the result, because we played shit, right? But in the build-up, and it certainly contributed in the build-up to the game. And you know what? It was just an unnecessary talking point to put out there. That Sauce was dropped. It was so negative, man. And by all means, because the guy has been fucking unbelievable all year. But you know what? Anyway. I don't know, man. It's very hard to vote this game as well. I'd probably give Cripps 3, because in that third quarter particularly, he really fucking tried to get us going. Nothing was going. He got 40 plus possessions, so did Walsh, who I'll give 2 votes to, even though he fucked up a few times. All our big players fucked up, and I'll give Cottrell 1 as well. But Sard, Doherty, Walshy, just uncharacteristic mistakes. McGovern, Plowman, fuck man, everyone, not one player fucking did something 100% right this game. Crazy stuff. Anyway, what it means, man, let's go to the ladder, because we've got a huge game coming up, the Blue Baggers. This is the current ladder. We're sitting 7th. So we've got a 6-point gap. So we're really a game and a half in front of Richmond, who are 9th. Man, the run home's really tough. We've got Brisbane Lions away on Sunday. This Sunday. It's crazy. And the amount of injuries we're getting, we have absolutely not got a break with this shit, man. Newman split his knee open. It looked disgusting. I'm pretty sure you could literally fold the skin of his knee down, man. That was a bad one. Total accident. He got the opponent's studs caught in his knee as he tackled him. So that was frustrating. It was just a nothing incident, and then he copped it, and he's out for at least 4 weeks, I think it is. Kennedy got knocked out. Durden done his shoulder. Got players coming back in this week. Marchbank hopefully back. Jack Martin, Nunes. So we'll see how we go with that. But man, we just can't catch a break. We haven't had like a consistent side every week. There's always changes and injuries, which has sucked. But there's no excuse, man. We need to make finals, and we need to win one of the last 3 games. It's simple as that, man. Simple as that. Like, you saw the ladder. It's crazy stuff. I'm not going to go through the results of the AFL, but I thought, I'd mention all that stuff. But that was the game, man. That was the game. The Brisbane game is fucking huge, man. We can turn this around with a win. Away at the Gabba, really, really putting the foot down, man. But, I don't know. Has that Adelaide game completely fucked our season? I don't know. Let's see what happens. I'm optimistic, but I'm not confident, if that makes sense. So we'll see how we go. Let's see what the results do. We'll cover that Monday. We're going to go through the AFL. But today's show, man, we are going to head into the Premier League. And I'll give you guys my predictions there. But, man, some crazy AFL shit going on there. I'm not going to get too much into it, but you know what? Let's hit the intro and let's get going into the EPL, shall we? As it begins very, very soon. Episode 22. Thank you very much for joining me. I had to get that out of the way, guys. The Carlton just fried me, man. Just fuck. But anyway, there's some good things to look forward to. As I said, the English Premier League is coming up, man. And before we get into that, let's go to our sponsors, sunnysideslice.com.au, the best fucking New York pizza in town, man. I'd love for one of you to come up to me and be like, hey, man, I found some great pizza. No. You won't compare to this New York style pizza, man. Get out of here. Shut up. All right? Now, English Premier League. I'm going to give you guys, before anything, my predictions of what's going to happen this season. This is my predictions for the ladder. Man, I'm going with Liverpool to win the Premier League, man. I've just got this feeling they're going to win it. I'm not convinced on Manchester City. I've got them second. Tottenham third. I think Tottenham are going to have a really big year. Chelsea to sneak in fourth, battling with Arsenal. I think Arsenal will end up fifth, United sixth, and West Ham 7. And I've got Villa, Newcastle, Leicester, Crystal Palace, Brighton and Southampton 8 to 13. And the relegation battle from 14 to 20, I've got Everton, Fulham, Leeds and Wolves staying up. And I've got Bournemouth, Brentford and Nottingham going down. But man, I really think that Liverpool, with their team and their coach, Jurgen Klopp, they've been too good in the last 3-4 years not to win another one. And I think they came so fucking close last year, and it took Manchester City a 10-minute burst to eventually seal that. It could have gone anyway, man. And I really think that Man City, they've lost a few players, man. I mean, look, they've got Haaland. That's fucking amazing. The guy's a Terminator. He's going to kill it this season. But I think Sterling and Jesus Gabriel Jesus. They are huge losses, man. They are massive losses. Sterling went to Chelsea, obviously, and Jesus went to Arsenal, who's been absolutely tearing it apart pre-season, man. He's gone absolutely nuts. But, I really think Liverpool will take it away. United, man, I don't know. I really don't know. The whole Ronaldo thing's really frying me now. And it's come to the point where, like, I'm his biggest fan. I don't give a fuck what anyone says. In this era of football that he's playing in, he is the GOAT for me. But, man, something needs to happen there. We either need to sell him or he needs to come out and say, no, fuck this, I'm committing. I'm not going to play Champions League and I just want to kill it. So, none of those two things are happening, man. And it's like, what the fuck is going on? So, let's see, man. The Premier League literally starts in a couple of days. On Saturday morning for us in Melbourne. But, man, we need to sort that out, Manchester United. We covered this the other week. Stop going after Frankie de Jong, man. We're not getting him. He doesn't want to come. He wants to play Champions League football. You watch this, mark my words. If he goes anywhere, he's going to Chelsea and they're going to hijack him from us. And that's going to hurt because we've wasted a fucking 2 months chasing this guy, man. He clearly doesn't want to come. It'll be a fucking miracle if he does. Like, seriously, I do not see it happening. And that is the most important position that we need to cover, man. The centre mid. We can't deal with Fred and McTominay all season. It's not going to work. Maybe you get Donny van der Beek in there. I don't know. Maybe you start Martinez there. Lisandro Martinez from Ajax. Our new signing. He's been impressive pre-season. He only played a game or two, but from what I've heard, it's good. I don't know, man. The forward line, if Martial goes down, I guess you got Rashford, and who the fuck knows what's going on with Ronaldo. It's touch and go, man. Can't really rely on them. We've been linked with Sesko from RB Salzburg or whatever they are. I don't know, man. I don't know too much about him. But I'm not convinced on our transfer window, man. I'm very frustrated. I'm waking up every fucking morning checking the news. Nothing's happening. It's very frustrating. It's like every year it's the same shit, man. I just don't see us breaking that top four. There are too many good teams above us. Like, Arsenal have way more potential than United right now. And I hate saying that, man, but it's true. That is the Trav, man. I'm excited to see what Tottenham bring. I think they can get close to the top two with Liverpool and Man City. They've signed even Ivan Perisic as well, and a few other little sexy players that they can go pretty far, man, especially with their manager. They finished pretty strong last season as well. They cracked the top four, so there you go. They're going to be one to look out for. Chelsea, I'm not too sure, man. They've had a weird pre-season, a couple of signings here and there, but I don't know, man. Sterling might be a big one. We'll see. Their forward line concerns me a little bit, so I'm not too convinced that they can challenge. They'll be up there. They'll be fourth, but that's it. I might be wrong. I don't know. This is just my opinion, man. And Arsenal have a very big chance of making the top four as well. They finish very strong, and I think Arteta's got a good thing going there, man. I really think he is the right man for that job. And a lot of Arsenal supporters think that way as well. He's a bit of a weirdo, and you like that. I mean, look at Jurgen Klopp. The guy's fucked, and the place absolutely love him. You got to be cooked these days, right? Being normal is boring, and no one will respect you. So, yeah, man. Relegation battle. It's going to be some of those new teams in there, but we'll see how we go. Let's go to round one. Let's check out the fixture for round one. I'll give you guys my predictions for this one. Where the hell is it? EPL fixtures. Here we go. So the first game is Crystal Palace and Arsenal, man. I think Arsenal is going to win, and I think that one will be 2-1 to Arsenal. Liverpool versus Fulham. I think Fulham are going to get a massive surprise here. I think Liverpool are going to win convincingly, about 3-0, maybe 4-1. Bournemouth versus Aston Villa. I don't know, man. this is going to be an interesting one because Bournemouth are at home. They're in the Premier League again. I like Stevie G, the way he coaches, and I think Aston Villa will get up with this one 2-1. Leeds United Wolves. I'm going to go Leeds United, man. If Brentford gets going, I think they can cause an upset and win at home with their fans. It's game one, man, so anything can happen, and I'm just going to go with the home team there. Newcastle, I think, will win 1-0 against Nottingham Forest, and they're due for a big year as well, man. They had a good period last season. Spurs, I think, are going to win 2-0 against Southampton. Everton, Chelsea, I see Chelsea winning this one 2-1. And we're going to go with Leicester versus Brentford. I think Leicester will win 1-0. And I think, here we go, Man United, Brighton. Man, I haven't even thought about this. I'm going to go, if we win, I think we just have to, like Eric Ten Hag has to put his foot down here. We're going to win 1-0. I'm just going to put it out there. 1-0 winners. I think our defense might hold up against them. And for that last, man, I'm going West Ham, man, for this game. I don't know why. I just got this funny feeling West Ham are going to win, and it's going to be 2-1, man. 2-1 to West Ham. Upset of the round, last game. They are my predictions, man. They're my predictions for round one as well. I can't fucking wait. It is going to go off. And, man, we'll cover everything. We've got weeks and weeks of this to go. Monday, I'll cover the footy. I'm going to separate the podcast a bit, man, because I feel like when they're mixed, like today and the other weeks, people are tuning out and tuning in because some people don't like footy, man, and I get it. That's all good. But you don't need to like footy to watch this podcast. We do a lot of funny shit on this show. And speaking of, man, I better plug the social medias, so let's go there. Instagram, balloftruth.pod. Twitter! Y'all know I love my Twitter, man. balloftruth_pod. We also have TikTok as well, man. balloftruth.pod on that one as well. So check that out. Put some funny little clips from the show on there. It's going well. And we'll upload some more stuff. But, man, like I said, Monday, we'll do a footy review. And then Tuesday, I'll probably upload another episode for the Premier League review as well. But, man, I can't wait. Let's see how these boys do. We'll cover and review that game as well as some other ones. But, man, it's getting exciting. My prediction for Golden Boot, by the way, I'm going to go with Harry Kane again. I think he's going to have a massive year, man, especially if he stays healthy. And, yeah, man, I don't know what else to say, but that's it. I'm going to leave you guys to it, man. But, of course, if you like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, click the bell for all notifications, man. You know the drill. That's how it goes. I'm sorry for the late upload. Hope you guys enjoyed this one, and we will see you again in a few days' time. We'll start reviewing everything, man. I can't wait to get into it, and I've got some big things planned, and the Trouth will return, man. Some funny shit coming. So, stay tuned for that one. But, man, have a great weekend. Enjoy all the sport, the footy. The EPL is back, motherfuckers. Let's go. And have a great weekend, and I'll see you guys very soon. I love you all. Adios. Goodbye.